Hello, everybody. My name is Merc. We're back with Blueprints. Unlucky day number 13. Let's see how this goes. So at the end of the last episode, we encountered a new room, and then gave us access to a new room in our drafting pool, the Solarium. In that room, there was a book. It was a drafting book, and I thought it was a repeat of the same book that I already got from the library, but it actually was not. So, because I conveniently have been recording everything, I went back and I actually read through the individual pages and copied them into my notes. Now I'm mentioning my notes again. They are still mostly a big mess. I don't think I necessarily need to be collating them as much as I have been mentioning at the start of every episode for the past little while. Just yet, anyway. Just because I've been watching some of the prior episodes. I didn't watch the last episode, for example, right? I've been watching a little bit just to kind of refresh my memory on some things. I have the opportunity to do so at work, so why not? We definitely take the shrine this time because we don't have any other shrines or any other blessings. And we took the money with us this time. So yes, I've been listening at work and trying to piece together things I've been missing. And for the most part, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. But one thing I noticed actually is in these rooms, in the hovel, there was a little yellow lever. And when we turned it, it turned on a blue flame outside. We've yet to find the other two of those levers. And I feel like they're in these rooms and I just forgot to be looking for them. I don't think it's in this room. I think this room theoretically is so good that they don't want to put anything else in here, which makes sense because this room blesses you for 3 days. Question is, how much money do we put in this time? I think we put in 7 or 8 last time. What if we do 5? I know I can spend more, but I'm sure we're going to spend more over time as we have a higher allowance. The blessing of the gardener. Add 8 courtyards to your pool. Do we also have a watering can? Is that an item? So that's going to be for the next 3 days. We have courtyards, so we can make some green room stuff happen theoretically. I'm intrigued. That's not necessarily bad. In fact, I think because we have some basic gem economy, it is actually good because the courtyard costs a gem and it gives us a gem back. I think actually it gives us 2 gems. It's something like that. We've upgraded our courtyard, so the fact that we're gonna have more of them is actually kind of big, and it's also many doors, so I'm intrigued. I don't know if the blessings have a value depending on how much money you spend, but I suppose it's something we'll find out over time. Okay, so we have the hallway problem, quote unquote, where I think we have 3 or 4 hallways in the pool. And I think, honestly, early hallway, I'm okay with. I would love to pick something else, but I was okay with that. Now let's see what we got for the corner. And I was gonna say, this could be a nice dead end. And honestly, I think a nursery to start is pretty good. Now, one of the things in that book that I mentioned, I will reread it if we get back to that room anytime soon. But one of the things is it talked about different types of rooms, and it mentioned in bedrooms and in green rooms, it's more likely to have random items within, and then hallways, shops, and red rooms basically do not, or shops never, red rooms very rarely, and then hallways sometimes, I think is kind of how it goes. So we can see there is an item inside this room. It is not a complete waste to draft these bedrooms as much as I think it is. We got our gem back and we have a boon for the rest of the run. So I think that was pretty good. Let's just conserve our steps and use this door next. We have parlor and reading nook. I can never remember. I think does the library face left or right? I don't think it actually matters. We do need a key. The parlor is gems, so we take reading nook here. I'm hoping to play a bit faster too, because I understand I do play very slow. I like to consider things, but I think I'm at the point where I can actually just kind of play things a little quicker at the very least. So we get library for sure here because we want to read through these books at the very least. I guess blue rooms also have a chance for items as well. I don't think they specifically mentioned that in that drafting book. So we have borrowed the history of Orindia. Now this is going to have lore. This might be very relevant to, and I don't know how relevant, but Caleb Manning is the mentor of your mother who has disappeared. She was an author, a children's author, I believe. I don't know if the other book, Swimbird, is also a children's author. Mary Jones. Oh my god, there's even lore here. Herbert and Mary both signed out this book. And then Detective Bon Margle also signed out this book. And I'm assuming Detective Bon Margle was investigating the disappearance of Mary Jones. Mary, again, being your mother. She had a pen name, Marion Marigold, I believe. And she studied or was a student of Caleb Manning, who also, I believe, disappeared, but I think under suspicious circumstances under the government. Okay, that's kind of what I remember. I guess I could pull up the notes specifically, but I think we're going to be doing enough reading right now that I should probably just start, right? Okay, so this is the second edition. Does that mean there's a first edition? This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fen Aries Central Board of Education. Has been edited to conform to our department's standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. So there is, well, I don't know if there is a first edition, but this is theoretically a censored version of the book. Interesting. And both Herbert and Mary read through it. Okay. Okay, it's already redacted. So we know there's like a red crown or a royal crown. Blank the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters. Blank is no longer blank, known to the average citizen, blank of the elder generation. Yet we must blankety blank, permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon blank blank, blank our past blanky blank. Okay. Copying this book again. I think these library books, it just behooves you to copy them as much as you can. I don't know if that's actually the case. I did see the other library book. I'm going to pull it up real quick, even though I just scrolled away from it. Yeah, because there wasn't too much information in that drafting book, but we did pull out the first page. And it was borrowed by Kimberly Thompson. And she actually borrowed it like last month. Wasn't she like the principal or the teacher of the school? That's interesting. When we go back to the school, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Okay, let's focus on one book at a time. So, chapter 1, maybe, Ajira. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often known as Ajira, by the ascension of the first king blank, whose name Oris. Is that bolded? It looks like it's bolded. It's hard to tell. It's definitely bolder than this one. Oris would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence whose sway in the region made him an ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the first century, the blankety blank 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 blank, a new kingdom was born. So, I wonder if this is going to allude to the story of perhaps Great Uncle. I'm not necessarily implying your great uncle is Oris, but I feel like if they're teaching you this history, it's relevant one way or another. And I was already suspicious that I'd have to learn about other countries, and now I've kind of been hinted at that that is a thing that you will need to know at some point. So we will definitely be doing some geography studies in future, even more than we did last time. We want to go back to the schoolyard or the school to get higher grades for sure. All right. Speaking of higher grades, let's get to the second era. It was the fourth king blank who split this vast domain in 3 equal shares. 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift blank, 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 blank. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arc Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Eurasia, a land steeped in tradition. Okay. Did she have to fight back the traditions, or did she accept them? The third era. As the second era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by the respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivated the bountiful resources of their lands, and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding governments of their heirs continued that tradition, and the third era was defined by cooperation, blank, 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 blank. I don't know if it's actually cooperation, but I'm assuming so. Commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. Wow. Okay. Well, we have some symbols here that we've seen in the said classroom. I believe it was grade 4 classroom. One of the flags or one of the symbols is redacted, which is interesting. We've definitely seen these other symbols before. The 4th area. Well, we also have a note in here. Detective Bon Margle of the Red Guard. I guess we're going to read this note first. Baron Sinclair. I'm not going to give them a voice. Thank you so much for your cooperation with our department and this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the world for us that you're not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess, it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of History of Arindia could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have just given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I would say, well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Bon Margle of the Red Guard. So, the Red Guard has enforced the censorship on this book, and then they asked for a first edition of it, or rather they asked for a copy of it, and he gave them the second edition knowing that they want the actual information that they censored. So Baron Sinclair is no dummy. As the Kingdom Blank entered the 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a blankety blank 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 king who was often seen blankety blank drinking blank, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, blankety blank blank. Desolates was removed as king of blank. No one, when he made the decision to move, okay, so maybe no one stopped him. Ving castle and court behind, leaving the castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and blank were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his blankety blank common folk. These blank voices planted the seed blank, which took root in blank, grand city of Fen. Did I copy that page? I did not, because I have to copy each page individually. Good enough. Blankety blank. I apologize if the blanks are getting annoying. I'm annoyed too. That's not necessarily true. Era of Ruin. I'm sure we're almost done this book. After the passing of King Desolates III, the 4th era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died blank. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a blank number of supporters due to the fact that Desolates the 4th shared blankety blank little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city's streets, stained in red. The pacification of Fen. In the morning bay. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arc Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled, in fear of their lives, to the south, forever exiled. All right, so we're part of the royal family, and we're doing this puzzle so Baron Sinclair can reveal this to us beyond his grave without having us to actually know. It's even redacted at the end here. This is going to be, I don't even know. That's interesting. And finally, the chapter 6, the current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3, Fen Ares, Arc Ares, and Araja, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and the birch that span across our realms serve as constant reminder that we all share a common past. A lot of blanks. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire of the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and our children. Blank. Wow, don't know what to make of that. A lot of information there, but also a lot of non-information. Got our gem back. You remember we're playing a video game. We're not just reading books here. Also, I didn't really mention it, but we have the foundation from last time. I wonder a few things. I wonder if the boiler room has something to do with the foundation, because there's the elevator. I don't know how to access that elevator. I wonder if coming back here it's gonna change, or if it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be kind of crappy getting up here, but it's no big deal. I kind of want to go upstairs, but I don't really think there's... I always forget what's up here. But it's like nothing important, right? Yeah, the records, and then like room stats, right? Yeah, okay, we'll just go downstairs. Oh, this is... I don't know why, but that feels so weird. Attic. Okay, well, we don't want freezer. This could be a dead end, but it's not great. Of these 8 items, a few of them could be gems. You ever think about that? We haven't done the parlor. We could get more gems. I think we have to take the new room. We don't have enough money to justify showroom yet. We spent some money even, so. The attic, it makes sense that you go upstairs. What do we got here? A key? A garden key, in fact. Secret garden key. So I have no idea how that's gonna work. We have lockpicks, which is nice. Oh, we have a picture. This seems to be a pretty old picture, but it could be of Simon and his brother. I don't know, Simon's just so generic looking. I know his brother's quite a bit older. I don't know how much older Herbert's brother is, and by Herbert I mean Henry. What's his name? Sinclair, the Baron Sinclair. So this is his wife, whose name also escapes me. It starts with like an E, I think. I'll do some scrolling. I'll do some scrolling in this awful Discord of notes that I'm calling it. Actually, there's the family tree right there. Lady Epson is her name. Clara Epson. Is that her? I think it could be her. It would make sense, would it not? And yes, Herbert is the... Although now that I think about it, oh, you know what it is? It's probably like a love triangle thing. Because Simon is your grandparent, is Mary's father, who I guess married and loved Clara Epson, who I think might be this lady. Unless it's his mom, I guess. Got a map? It's the exact same path. Always nice to find a metal detector. We did get a gem back. We got a broken lever, which may or may not just be a dead item. I'm gonna lean towards May. Oh, we got a note for a letter for Miss Marigold. Change the ending to political. Thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated children's book, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret that we have come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, we do not think the material is a good fit for Ruffington's current catalog and therefore will not be pursuing a partnership at this time. If you provided us with a return envelope, your manuscript will be returned to you. Otherwise, it has been recycled. Thank you again for your thinking of us at Ruffington, and do not be discouraged to submit any work you complete in the future. We wish you every success in finding a home for your book. Thomas Yanders, editor. And then change the ending, it's too political. So even The Red Prince was censored, is what we just learned. And we do have The Red Prince in the nursery if we want to go back there. At least a step or two, but it's no big deal. That was, I guess I should have been counting. I believe that was all 8 items though. They were pretty obviously placed throughout. I don't know about this picture. I did save it though, right? I did. Okay. I don't think that was that bad. We would love another gem though. You know me. Let's even, because we are backtracking already, let's just go to the nursery and read this book real quick. We're not going to reread it, but I want to see the end. The book is quite near you. In fact, it's in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said. A red prince in his book, The Red Book we just read. I didn't expect us to find anything really. We did bring a magnifying glass to read this, and it was the same thing. So, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to confirm. I didn't remember it being like any political at all, so that's why I kind of wanted to reconfirm what it could be. So now we go back to the entrance hall, of course. There's the courtyard. There's a gem. A den, I guess. I'm trying to think this through. Do we want to take the... I mean, we have shovels. We probably want to take the courtyard. We have a lot of stuff. And we can, right? So we'll take our 2 gems, get 1 back. We actually have a sledgehammer now as well. And we can dig it up and get a gold piece from our metal detector. This run is feeling really great to start. As long as we don't get screwed on doors, which it doesn't seem like we will, considering our courtyard shenanigans just started popping off. Got a safe deposit key, which I believe is for the vault. Yep. We've never opened one of those. Do I just take the hallway here? We're already gonna have 3 hallways for tomorrow. I think we do. And then we're gonna go back and go along the southern edge, just so we don't have to spend resources necessarily. And we can also even get some resources, theoretically. I think these courtyards are pretty good. And it's in the layout I want it to be, so... And we have a trunk there as well. Like, we have, like, all the things we need to pop off on a crazy run right now. We just need to make some stuff happen. 30 minutes in and we're like 10 rooms. But that's what happens when you go to the library, I suppose. Commissary, guest bedroom. I would love to get rid of the guest bedroom. Pantry is not a terrible idea either. Let's go. I'm liking the idea of going bedrooms a little early because you get your stepper economy up and you also get some items. And then they're also out of the pool. Let's actually even see room directory. Bedrooms. Which ones are common? Standard bedroom. Boudoir is standard, so it's uncommon, I guess. Guest bedroom is common. Nursery is common. So we've already gotten rid of most of the common bedrooms, and then the standard bedroom is actually not that bad usually. This is gonna be tricky. Okay, no, billiards is perfect here, I think. It's pretty much exactly what I was looking for. I wanted a right-hand turn. Actually, we could go secret passage. Where would we go if we want secret passage? We probably want another green door, right? What if we go billiards, it's keys. Yeah, no, we secret passage here, for sure. And then we'll do green room. There's no real reason for me going green room, but we do have a shovel, right? Like that's my justification. And we are gonna get courtyards. Special cost bypassed. Why is that? Why is the special cost bypassed? I kind of want this cloister, but do I really want to use all my gems? It will remove it from the pool. Why? I don't understand what I'm missing with this room. It feels like that there's like supposed to be a way for me to get over here so I can dig. Do I need a special item? Do I need... I don't understand. And that's why I don't like this room. It costs so much and then it shows you these dirt piles and it's like, nah, can't get them. Okay, huge den probably. Parlor is one more gem, but den is doors. This is like the longest we've saved a den in any of our runs, I think. Let's go for this dead end first. I think I've determined that I like going for dead ends before main paths, if possible. Because none of these are great, and it makes me feel better about my choice that I just made. Pantry is some steppers and money. We could use the gem and get rid of storeroom because there's no door. And we have plenty of keys now. Almost more keys than I know what to do with, but I'm sure we'll find like a great hall or something. Definitely an interesting map so far. We'll continue this way even though there's a higher chance these doors are locked. I do kind of want that the greenhouse. We have 3 doors. Is my logic. Oh, it just works like that? It just works like that, eh? Okay, so that's bottom door. I think right door is the Great Hall. Why doesn't it say that the greenhouse gives you gems? I guess it's not guaranteed. Maybe it's like you have to come back if you come back too soon, they don't give you the gems. That's what I was theorizing last time. But yeah, that was huge. It basically just paid for my gems back. And then again, so we turned off the water here that one time. And I'm trying to like discover what would that even accomplish. And it really is just this thing doesn't drip. So there is no answer as to what it accomplishes, at least at the moment. I have no idea what the hell this thing is. Oh wait, we do have a watering can. A garden ready watering can. The first time you enter each green room, use water to gain a gem. Limited capacity. Wait, can I get more water in here? Is that what that is? And then, oh wait, and then you can use it on the kitchen too. Okay, so I didn't realize water was a mechanic until literally just now. And once again, that's another situation of I almost missed this item because I had no idea that was an item. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this, especially with the blessing of the gardener. We're making some synergies happen even if I don't know what the hell we're doing. Okay, so you get a little bit of water noise and then it just ticks up your thing in the top right. We're running a little low on doors, but have you seen our options? We're looking pretty good, I think. So do we take the coat check for the dowsing rod? I thought I had left the other one in here, but I guess I left the dowsing rod in here. And I guess that's my answer, is we're doing it. I will retrieve that. And then we don't necessarily need to put anything away. I'm just curious. Okay, so now we have to go back through the secret passage. It's gonna be kind of crappy on our steps, but this is now a dead end. It's fine though. We got 2 more doors, so we're gonna have to be a bit careful. I want to test something because we are so good with our steps right now. The first test is, does this work? And it does. You re-enter the room and you can gem yourself. The second test is, can I refill my water? Does feel a little obscure if this was the case, but I had to see. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm assuming it did not work. And we got our... Oh, I guess we could do it now too. Well, I don't see the reason not to. And then theoretically, maybe we can fill the watering can later. I thought I did it, but maybe it didn't work. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to be going through all these courtyards. The dowsing rod is pointing us this way. Hallway closet's 3 items. but we're kind of like super item rich right now. We could get rid of it from the pool, but we only have one other door, so. Courtyard seems to have a high chance for loot at the very least. Especially when you factor in dirt piles. Okay, well, they wanted to make me look like a fool. Alright, we got some coins. I still don't fully understand this dowsing rod. But I think it's probably saying like, oh, there's an item in the hallway, but there's also an item or two in the billiard room. I did kind of want to do a left-hand turn here. Was it just a key? That's very funny. I mean, by a key, I mean a penny. Oh no, a salt shaker as well. Almost missed that. Someone was activating their beer with the salt. All right, 20. 4 times itself is 16. 5 times itself is 25. Oh, you almost got me there. Minus 20 is 5. 4 times itself is 16, plus 2 times itself is 4, so that's 20. Minus 20 is... Or do we add them up first? We add them up first. So 6 times itself is 36. Minus 20 is 16. Key card. I'm a little scared about these rooms. Okay, we don't need keys. We don't really need the terrace, but I don't think we've ever drafted it. This would be so bad if... We're going to see more green rooms. We don't need to draft this terrace right now. I think we have to play the West Wing Hall. And then we're going to go back. Just to reduce some of the backtracking, I feel like. I don't know if that's smart or not. Oh, man. We take the Solarium this time? Even though it's a dead end? We could just take Courtyard. Courtyard's smart, come on. It's even telling us to go there. But the Solarium is new! We still have half the map to explore. We just need to get there. And we're using half our courtyards here. I think this is okay. We're thinning out the pool. We'll see the better stuff. Especially because we're going to have the doors from the courtyards. Like, if we see into the courtyard next, that actually might be huge. Because then we have more doors. You know? We are super flush on resources. Especially gems. And I don't know... That's partly why I didn't take the terrace there. Okay. I think first we try lockpick and it worked. And hey, we got actually the courtyard I was asking for. I was kind of maybe hoping it was facing the other way, but this is actually not that bad. We could take the parlor. That's just gems. I mean, this is also gems. The parlor is going to flood our pool. And it's leading towards the right. Let's just take parlor. The dowsing rod's pointing to it too. Magnifying glass. Here we go. Gems are not in the white box or the blue box. Gems are in both the blue box and the black box. So we know this one's lying. That cannot be the case. Gems are in both the black box and the white box. So this is both of these are lying. Which means this one's telling the truth. Gems are not in the white box or the blue box. For a half second, I thought I might have failed that for the first time. I was hoping for another courtyard. This is a bad layout of it, though, so maybe we take the hallway this time. We could just take the spare room. But then we're hoping for a left side turn. We take courtyard. This is not the layout I want it to be. Some salted turnip. We aren't drafting as many bedrooms, and it's because we're not really seeing them, and I don't want to draft them in the first place. But we have, with the salt and the turnips we're finding, we're doing pretty well with our steps. Oh my god, the gems. If we find a freezer, I'll be strongly considering it, to say the least. I don't really care about... Chapel's not even like a downside at the moment. So maybe we take that. I kind of want to go back to the West Wing Hall, but we have no reason necessarily. We actually did get an item in here. Oh, this is the treasure map spot too, apparently. Is it the spot? Oh, okay, there we go. I didn't even think about that, so I'm glad it pops up. You know, considering the first 20 minutes of this was me just talking in the library for a big portion of it. Oh my god, 3 more gems, $25. We're making pretty good progress. Again, we're gonna see these, so especially as we remove these courtyards, we're gonna see the solarium. We're making like such a fun courtyard path here. We want the doors. What's nice about this courtyard thing is maybe reduce our hallways for tomorrow. Although we're already at 3 hallways for tomorrow. I've never seen this much resources on one of my runs. I've seen some of my friends linking their crazy resources at the end of their runs and lamenting they have nothing to spend it on, which seems to be a thing. Especially when you have 25 plus gems. Let's go to the dead end first. I wasn't sure if this would work or not. Spread fruit throughout the house. Okay. We can go outside. We're outside. I was gonna say, we can go outside. We're already outside. Oh, there's a key here. What is this? What is this? A few unimpressive pebbles. Oh, this is a fountain, a 3-tiered fountain. Is this what we want to do? I'm assuming so. There's only 2 of these wheels as far as I noticed. Okay, easy, easy puzzle. Oh! What the heck? So if we find the Great Hall, We theoretically could open all 3 doors in this run. I expected you have to do something with the broken lever. Like you have to craft it. What is going on right here? This is a secret if I've ever seen one. Right? I'm trying to see, could like, I point it at this door and it opens? That'd be so funny. I don't see a 3rd switch though. Spread fruit throughout the house. So I guess if we backtrack now, there's gonna be fruit, and we have salt shakers, so it's gonna be pretty huge. I think we are done here though. It is nice to know that this is a 3-door room though. Now I'm on the lookout for oranges. Gotta use one of my 11 keys. We actually could take this steady here. Assuming we get to that foundation, then through the chapel, then we can feel good about taking this study. We don't necessarily need doors here. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. Well, you know that's what we gotta do here. There's also, yes, this is the room we were in at the end of one of our runs. So where we learned kind of more information about the drawings in each room. Face plus ace. They literally tell you in the lobby. We have a safe here. Unfortunately, I don't know where to even begin with this safe, because I think the only information we have, like the safe code, is for the one in the office, not the study. And then this queen has remained on the same spot. So, kind of a dead end for this room. I'm gonna check my notes again, even though I'm pretty certain we've already done this exact same thing, because I have one... I mean, okay, wait. 1128 is another code here. It was on the tree that was taken a picture of. Man, it's been so long since we were in the time lock safe. You know, looking at this picture of Simon and Clara... No, that can't be right. I was gonna say, is Simon the one in the picture that we saw earlier of the kids? Safe code 9083. I don't think it's this. I have ideas for what to do with this safe code, or something we could do with the safe code, but I think it's the office. So I think we're done here. And again, we're actually gonna feel the effect of the study, even though we didn't really do anything in here. Because now we can re-roll, which is huge. Oh, I'm getting a little lost. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a banana. I thought it'd be oranges. Maybe it is still orange, or potentially an orange. Lockpick kit does not work. Trying to think of, do we want corridor over courtyard this time? How many courtyards have we drafted? 6. They're functionally the same thing, except this one gives me gems and more items, and this one's unlocked, but that doesn't really mean anything. I think literally it will be unlocked because we already have the foundation. I don't think it can be locked. Yeah. And again, I noticed the solarium. I know, I want to take it too, okay? We're at the point where we can start re-rolling, but we need access still. to the foundation. It was very important that we got into this room. I don't expect anything to be different, and it's not. There is dirt, and that don't hurt. Imagine having a shop room. Couldn't be me. Literally no shops in this house. Do have $56. We passed up on the luxury shop too. Let's go to the potential dead ends first, especially because it's a key card, I guess. Okay, it may be time. We don't need the steps. It's definitely time for the commissary this time. We don't necessarily need to be buying stuff here either, to be real. Running shoes is good. Why does it say 3 for a banana? And why are the bananas like gray? Y'all see that? I think because we have so many of the items, it was like, I don't know what to sell you. Have some running shoes. A banana, I don't know. That's fine though. Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. It is day 13. So that is just a flat out lie. Day 20 and 21, there's a sale. Okay, we take the office. We don't need the money, but we take the office. Because this is actually where that safe is. Oh, I really don't want to do the safe math that I'm thinking of right now. It's not really math, but I have ideas for the safe. I guess I can do payroll. Wait, what the? Oh, okay, it's just a picture. Okay, so it is only the one in the greenhouse that is broken. Okay, cannot run payroll again. Remove gold from the staff incentives. So some of my theories, I believe it is 9083. It's not that far. There it is. 9083. Safe code 9083. Because it's not 1128, which is on the tree again. What if it's instead of 9 it's 4, instead of 0 it's 5, instead of 8 it's 3, and instead of 3 it's 8? Is it like a 5 displacement? That would be crazy if it worked. What if it's backwards? 3809. What if it is these numbers, but they're in the wrong order? Is that insane? I already don't remember which ones I've done. I'm like thinking what else it could be, because I really don't want to have to brute force this. But theoretically, if you do know the 4 digits, then it shouldn't be that hard, right? I'm sorry, but I don't know what else to do in this situation. I know we don't have to solve this. Let's try the zeros. The problem is with this, me kind of haphazardly doing this, I'm sure there's a permutation that I missed. Well, that was kind of the theory I had. I don't know what to make of that. That's unfortunate. Lockpick. I was gonna say this is a dead end room, but it's actually not because of the antechamber. So I guess we go aquarium. We could redraw. Let's do aquarium because it's gonna give us feats. Oh, this is a dead end. This is the side we haven't opened yet. Wait, what the heck? Okay. What does that do? I did not expect that. There was never been anything that's like, oh, you should go to the back of a room where there's no doorway. Okay, well, I guess we have a reason to go back. We were already going back. I guess we have so much money. They do cost 3. Why did they say cost 2? They lied to me. What do you think's gonna happen when I hit this elevator? Sorry, I keep checking the map. The basement? We have seen a basement door. Ooh, an upgrade. I was gonna say, I don't know if we've seen a terminal, but we definitely were just at one in the office. The basement door is locked. Key does not fit. And then you need a key card, and then it takes you to the elevator. Or like it's if you have a key card, it takes the elevator down. You know, I didn't expect us to be able to solve the basement, but I didn't expect us to leave right away either. I guess I should have checked the map. I can't imagine the map would change much. So we're looking for a basement key now. I wonder if a basement key only spawns after you do that, because we've not seen any yet. Okay, we got 2 doors, and one of them's real far, so really hoping we're not finding ourselves in a dead end. I really want to take the solarium. We probably should start redrawing. Especially if we're looking at a dead end spot, I think. Silver key. Not too shabby. We can enter the antechamber for the first time. Is there a reason? I mean, the reason is we've never been in this room. And I always tell myself, if you've never been in the room, you have to enter it. To continue up, you must go down. Oh, we're going down, folks. This game's going down. I'm about to beat this game right here, right now. I'm just kidding. We could use this as a door, right? We can. That's crazy. Okay, well, we immediately go back. I am psyched. So if that door, well, okay, I was gonna say, if it leads to where I think it does, it leads to the bottom of the fountain, which would be flooded because we didn't drain the fountain this run, or rather we drained the pool. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think this is probably going to be a room, right? We even saved a step. And thank you, running shoes. There's a softly blinking green light. We got pallet trucks. They're out here making me having to move some skids like I'm at work. Just making sure I'm not making like dead ends or anything. You know, especially after we discovered the basement door, I always expected there would be like a basement. I didn't know how big it would be. I had to imagine it would be decently sized. I don't think that green light necessarily indicates anything to us. Man, it really is like I'm at work, rearranging the floor space just so I can move around and get stuff done. They do want us to go to the green. That's what that means. Unquestionably. How do I... Okay, I probably have to lower it. And then move it. And then raise it. And then we're doing some platforming somewhere. Oh, we have to go to the other side of this. Wait. How does one get to the other side of that? Oh no, you can't just move it like this. Yeah, we can't get over here just yet. What are we missing? That is where the stairs are. So clearly they want us to going up. They want us to going up. To go down, you must first go up. Oh, you're just right here, eh? Wow, there's straight up platforming in this now. What even is this? How do I move this? Are there like secret tunnels? Maybe I should just get to the end of this hallway or this area and then it'll make slightly more sense. Simon, you have a sledgehammer. Put your back into it. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? Bunch of filing cabinets. This is such a weird room. Trying to see if I can like see anything over there. It really feels like... Oh, actually, you know what? Can we just move this all the way back? Is that what I'm missing? And then... move this all the way. Now we're puzzling. This is so weird compared to everything else in this game. All of a sudden they're like, yeah, time to do some box puzzle platforming. Is not what I expected. This is like slightly turning. You can only push it one way or the other, but oop, it was like slightly turning itself. Okay. And then now we need to rearrange this once again. Oh, not quite. Seems good. Go back around this way. Push this all the way. And then raise it up. Not too bad of a puzzle overall. Just a little out of place, maybe. I don't know. That's probably okay, right? Some notes back here. 100 bells, Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. Don't know what to make of that. Looking at this 5 makes me feel better about my 5s. That's a pretty bad 5. Antechamber entry controls. North levers underground. North of reservoir. East lever's Great Hall, straight up tells you. South lever, greenhouse. West lever, secret garden. One backup lever for each antechamber door has been installed in separate locations for redundancy. However, we have been told the locations of this reserve system will not be disclosed to the staff. Okay. I didn't copy that. That is information to copy for sure. We'll copy this. Definitely want to copy this. And then down here, it's going to be tough to copy all of this, but I don't know if we really need to. This is good enough, probably. Oop. Backup lever. However, not been disclosed to the staff. Okay, now we can make our way across. Hit this softly pulsating green button, turns white. We got another door here. Further into the basement. Is this the reservoir? This must be the reservoir. Simon, you can't swim? You don't want to swim in this damp, dark cave? I hope this area is not really costing me steps, because I'm not really paying attention to that. What the hell is this? Underneath the vault? Okay, well, we're gonna be able to get on this and then have basically 2 options as to what we can do. There's like a blueprint over there. Oh, that raises it and further complicates things. Okay, no, we can solve this. We can do something right here at the very least. It is going to take a little bit. This is going to be a long video, I feel. I don't know how long it took other people to get to the basement, but I feel like day 13 feels pretty good. I guess we could have hit that lever there. Can I rotate backwards? Doesn't really look like it. Oh, actually, that is what I have to do. Well, dret. We're going all the way back around again. Apologies. One more. Let's see where this goes. Don't fall, Simon. Okay, no, this is what we want. It's definitely what we want. Kind of. The Mechanarium has one door for each gear room in your house. Would you like to permanently add the Mechanarium to your drafting pool? What if I say no? It is just there. So this is the reservoir. Catacombs. To North Lever. 10 is the buried floor plan. Okay, foundation elevator. 2 is the concealed entrance. 3 is the cliffside exit. We've not unlocked this somehow, or we didn't figure out what we need to do to unlock that. 4 is the minecart, which we cannot open yet. Looks like we need to go through 8. We're like right here. 5 is fountain entrance. Right, that we saw if we were to drain it. So maybe we have to drain it now. 6 is the tomb entrance. 7 is torch chamber. And there's 8. I wonder if this is where the red envelopes go. Excavation tunnel, rotating gear, and then to the north lever. Are we done here then? I think we might be done here, and we have to approach this from another angle now. Let me just think this through again. Because yeah, that thing only raises and lowers, and to get over there we have to send this piece, and there's nothing underneath this piece. So I'm gonna say we're done here in general. Because if this map is correct, we can either enter from the tomb, which we've never seen before. There's a cliffside exit. Maybe we should go investigate that first before we leave. And then otherwise, I think the plan is to drain the fountain, and now that we have the basement key, or we had the basement key, we still do. We can work our way back there. We need the pool though to get the pump room. So I don't know if that's happening this run. We have not many rooms left. I gotta go see. Oh wait, is this now a dead end? Oh no, we can push this. Is there anything over here we could be doing? This dang... I don't understand how to open these walls. Where's the explosives? It really feels like I'm missing something. I don't really want to have to come back here to find out, but looks like that might be the case. I'm just like, is there a secret somewhere? a door to be pressed, or like a brick I gotta press, you know? Doesn't seem like it. Nothing, in fact, seems interactable over here. This room sucks. Just a bunch of filing cabinets. Do you like gotta bring a file cabinet key down here or something? It sucks because like I solve some puzzles and you're rewarded with more mystery. I guess that's how the game works. Maybe if I click hard enough, it'll work. Alright, well, unfortunately I think we're done here. And we have to go back to playing the video game. Oh man. I'm gonna be worried if we have to get the basement key again. I don't feel great leaving it like that, but we have a lead for the future. And it almost makes me wonder, like, what if you just brought the basement key to the drain fountain right away? Probably silver key here, right? Yeah, we need doors. Okay, great hall. These are doors. We do have lockpick as well. Thank you. Yes. We did it. We opened all 3 doors. What does that mean? That's a damn good question. Okay. Let me think this through. I think it's time for us to start re-rolling like crazy. Observatory's not like, we're at the point of the run where the run's almost over. Laboratory is not gonna like change anything for us, I don't think, unless we were to find a boiler room. But I feel like you need the pool for the boiler room to spawn. I don't know if that's the case or not though. But it's time for us to get some rooms we've never seen before. Solarium. Don't mind if I do. Got another puzzle here. Bridget. Mr. Nogula. Anne wanted me to remind you once again that it is expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the trees trimmed. I have a feeling you may have forgotten how to open the cloister wall again, so to save you some stern words, I decided to draw you a little diagram to help you out. Who knows, maybe this time it will stick. Cloister grounds access. While face to face with the angel, press the base of the 2 pillars on either side of you. Oh my god. Okay, well, at least we figured out, or at least it finally, you know, told us what we needed to access the cloister. I wonder if that means that there's something else in the cloister now. How far is the cloister? It's pretty far. It's all the way at the start. So we might not make that happen this run, but if we have extra steps at the end of the run, we can do that. And hey, look at that. Some extra steps right there. Now we do this puzzle. Okay, so these need to be green. Help! Help! Why did this screen go down? I cannot explain to you how I did that. All right, an allowance token. We're at 17? 17. Okay. So this room's not great on its own, but it seems pretty good overall. Well, we're about to find out with this unusual and rare. Because we got the turnip, I say let's go back to the antechamber. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to open up this as well, right? Of course. Why not? Oh, we have the upgrade disc. Let's go upgrade. Our steps are getting a little... I mean, we got running shoes too, but... We've not been seeing many bedrooms, so steps is a little concerning. Billiard room. Speak easy. Basic edition. It makes it easier, I guess is what that means. The break room. If you call it a day in break room, tomorrow you'll be given you'll begin the day with a staff key card. The pool hall adds great hall, foyer, and secret passage to today's draft pool. We still haven't seen foyer. Call it a day in the break room. Tomorrow you will begin the day with a staff key card. It's one of these two for sure. We don't need easy math. Although maybe I'll regret that later. I have heard the math gets way harder later. I feel like I'm gonna regret this saying this, but I feel like I've not been struggling with the key card too hard. Great Hall is kind of scary because it requires you to have keys, but we've been so key flush, and the pool hall gives you keys. Foyer unlocks doors, I believe. We've never seen it before. The secret passage is pretty much always good. It's just like a straight up better hallway. Or not hallway, but you know, the one corridor, I guess. We're gonna take the pool hall. We're gonna turn this room orange. That was interesting. Could buy more nanners, I suppose. Now they're sold out. And then we go back to the Great Hall. I can't believe to get into the basement you need to go behind the foundation. That's ridiculous. That aquarium saved me. Your music saved me. There's definitely a little bit of me getting lucky. And by a little bit, you might argue a lot of it. Why'd I open this door? Yep. I think we finally go bedroom. Partly to get it out of here. Do we? I mean, yeah, it gets it out of here, right? How many courtyards do we have? Oh my god, we really did just make like a bishop path of the courtyards, all diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this might be our last courtyard, or there's 2 more courtyards. Let's get rid of the bedroom because it's a door. Actually, the courtyard's also a door. And gems. We never need to take the bedroom. I would love to take the terrace. I don't want to take it right here. So we might have one courtyard left in the room pool. I will say, all things considered, I think this courtyard run proved to be pretty good. We're not done yet, of course. Tons of keys. Let's see this dead end. Trophy room. We've never seen this. Requires 5 gems. Well, you know the answer. We're re-rolling until we see new rooms now. Or rooms that make sense, anyway. Look at that. There's like a... I want to call it a pith helmet, but I don't think that one is a pith helmet, technically. Okay, so this is quite literally the achievement room, the trophy room. And here are the trophies. So we need to complete the directory, which means we're missing 24 rooms, 30 dartboards, 28 parlor games, 3 more crafted objects, win the drafting strategy sweepstakes, unlock all 8 realm sigils, what the hell? Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. What? Reach room 46. Reach room 46 in dare mode, in curse mode, in 1 day and 1 hour. Buy out the entire showroom. Ace the classroom final exam. Complete the trophy case. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that. I'll be real. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. Does it mean it's a room we've never seen before? Okay. That's a elephant foot. So is that even? Okay, new room. Lots of gems. It's gonna fund our need to reroll. Do we not have a veranda already? I thought we did. We could go to the workshop. Oh no, the veranda's different. I don't know why. I assumed it wasn't. Let's do it. Maybe we can meet up with the other West Wing Hall. And at this rate, we're gonna have a lot of steps. Especially if we can meet up here, it'd be kind of crazy. We're gonna see. Do we mess with the pool? We have to. Yes, we have to. We have to. Because we have to pray for the pump room now. What shape is the pump room? It's a left-hand turn. Okay, we don't need to make a path necessarily, but it would be nice. Cuts down on having to backtrack a lot. Okay, well. Oh, man. We have so many steps, we don't need the... We don't need the easy access backwards. What are we going backwards for? The cloister. That's literally it. And I'm not against it. And the coat check, I guess. But we can go back at any time. We take Ladyship's chamber. Because we've never seen this before. I thought the umbrella would be an item. This sledgehammer value has been kind of crazy. This is the one run where it popped off like insanely. This dude's ugly. Is this your parents? Just like, look at this hair. I think this is her parents. Another upgrade. The Ladyship's diary is locked. Okay, and she has the symbol of maybe one of the countries, the kingdoms. So this is Clara Epson's room. Right? Let me look at the family tree once more. Because this is Simon, right? Simon Sr. It is. So this is your grandmother's room. And we're trying to read our grandmother's diary, evidently. Does it never end? You thought it was a loop, but it's a spiral. It's a nice little song. The flag is purple. Is that a hint? I think it might be. I need to go through and look at the classroom homework again. Why is this? It's a purple globe. I guess there's a lot of different planets here. Is that really it, eh? I'm not against it, but... Her ladyship's diary is locked. That might be like a key item or something. Speaking of key item. Alright. We don't want any of these. Don't really need any of these. I hate to say it, but I think I was hoping for a weight room. We're still gonna have 30 steps. That's more than enough to do anything else we need to do, right? I think so. I'm not gonna count it out. I think I'm just gonna take that. I think we need the doors more than anything else with this. And I'm trying to think of like any other... I guess we could hope for the big hallway. I think this is fine enough. Not happy about this, but we'll be okay. Once again, you can definitely break this. I don't know how. I'm assuming you need power. Yeah, there's vents going to every other room. So if we had the boiler room... Okay, I was gonna take one of these. We don't have to. Speaking of, I think we do it. I was gonna take the showroom because we have so much money, but I think it's time to do some boiler stuff if we can, because the weight room's right here. It's connecting it, and I think it connects it to the pool. I don't know if it actually does supposed to connect it to the pool or not. But theoretically, the next two rooms could be a connector room. Okay, so is this all mostly functional? It is. They left it mostly how you would have left it, maybe. Oh, there's another pile. There's another two piles, in fact. Oh, do I have to do it again? I do. I think that's what we want there. Oh, whoops. Oh, the bridge is open. Okay. Okay, leave the room like this now. Okay, so we got power to the weight room. I was kind of hoping it would, like, spring something to action. Doesn't look like anything's changed in the pool room. I don't know what I'm missing for this. You can open this unquestionably. Alright, I guess we're hoping for mechanical rooms now. Okay, so this was kind of mentioned to me. Some of the rooms that can transmit power show like a bright name. Let's test this because it's also a door. I can't tell if it actually did anything there. Can we refill our watering can? We can. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Intel. Oh my god, this is a huge chef salad. 76 steps? We could be doing laps now. We still never had the foyer. I feel like we're not taking foyer here. There's no reason. It's a hallway. Sauna, I'm not against. trying to think of like, nah. You know what? We don't need the steps. We need rooms we haven't seen before. Or something interesting like locker room, but I don't think that's interesting enough. Game, what are you doing to me? I want both drafting studio. I want all three of these. These are the ones we want. Pump room, we need to take for this run specifically. Showroom would be great. Yes, you're right. Drafting studio, excellent. I would love to see new rooms. We need to lower the water. We have so many steps. Oh my god, this day is not ending anytime soon. Oh boy. Now, my theory here was the kitchen was supposed to run the vent through, and it did not. So we don't have the power in here, as I suspected we might. That's disappointing. But we can still do stuff in here at the very least. Okay, so we need to fill the pool. Man, what time? How long is this video? This is already almost 2 hours. I'm not like lamenting the fact. I know we're gonna be here for a little while longer. I think it's good for sure. Well, I mean, obviously it's good because like, oh, this is completely drained of water, of course. Speaking of drained of water, it's definitely good to be able to like say you're done with the layout and then have things to do, you know? Also, I feel good about my drafting abilities. I feel like I'm making a lot of good decisions overall. I still haven't figured out what draining the greenhouse really does. I mean, like, draining the kitchen doesn't seem to do much in the first place either. It just kind of makes it so you can't use the watering can. I hate to say it, but I think we need this functioning to ever drain the reservoir. I think that's what's going on here. It's going to be a bit too much otherwise. We can still try it for sure. At well, even in this run maybe. Okay, so we're draining the fountain. Fountain's gonna be completely drained. We're gonna save our money for the moment. We don't need the steps. We're gonna see what this room is. I'm going to check my notes. Is furnace one of the rooms? For the boiler room? It is. They all have uses for steam power. What are the other rooms? Laboratory, garage, pump room, laundry room. Well, we're not seeing garage. I passed on laboratory. Pump room, we failed. I think we do it. There's 3 red rooms right next to each other in the center of the map. So what does this accomplish for us? It smelted us a key. It was just a standard key? Are you telling me if you somehow get the furnace next to the boiler room, all you get is a key? Get the hell out of here. I'm getting the hell out of here. I can't believe that just happened. Okay, now we have the long trek where we have to drop off the upgrade disc. Apparently we're getting more gems. Might as well open up these doors. You may be like, oh, you already knew that the doorway is behind this door. But sometimes they like to throw a trick on you. Okay, so to know the letter in here, you need to open up the opposite from the switch. Solarium had nothing new. We can check the antechamber one more time, but doesn't... Yeah, there's no reason to do that. We could go... We need to go to the office to do this upgrade disc. And then we get out of here. Running shoes is also going to be pretty clutch for us here. I think we have more than enough steps to do whatever we need to do. Is it parlor? I knew it was going to be parlor because we just did billiards. Okay, I'm glad because parlor and billiard rooms have been like so much more difficult to take. Wow, easy mode parlor. We're not taking that. 3 gem prize or funeral parlor. Prize is equal to red rooms in your house. If you open an empty box in funeral parlor, lose 30 steps. The early red rooms is cloister like lavatory. You don't want that. These all suck. Because there's not really any synergy with the red rooms except outside of tomato soup. I do want to see what this room looks like. I guess if you think about it, A, you don't need to open the thing right away. And then B, you could theoretically save this room for later to get massive gems. That said, we already have massive gems. I don't know if it's just this run, but it felt like we're never going to need gems again. So taking an extra one is just going to reinforce that fact. Okay, anything else we got here? We did have a vault key. We maybe should have considered taking the vault. That's fine though. I'm a little upset at the fact that we haven't solved the officer study safes, and I don't know if we will anytime soon, but it just makes me feel bad because like the study's hard enough to find as is. Oh yeah, there's gonna be fruit in the house as well. Okay. Cloister coat check is something we want to look at. Back at the entrance. It's funny that I took that West Wing Hall and then we didn't even end up going over there. That could have been a dead end. I don't remember what our other choices were at that moment though. Okay, here's some of our fruit. I thought we'd be seeing oranges, but it's just bananas. Oh, there's just no interactable with it. They just straight up don't tell you. Is that it? I would assume that's not it. Oh, it's an allowance token. Mr. Nogula. If you are reading this, it seems as the day has finally come and the cloister is long lost getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a little token of appreciation to serve as my positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Generous? Generous. Mrs. Babbage. Okay, well, there wasn't like a grand unveiling of anything here, but 19 allowance is good. Coat check is right there. We shall check an item. And checking the treasure map seems like a decent idea. I don't know what to check. I'll be real. Nothing is immediately jumping out. I love lockpick, but I learned that it's not the best to check that. Maybe just dowsing rod again. I don't see why not. It's a crafted item. And it did kind of serve us pretty well. Okay. I like that the music is still ticking, even though we've basically solved this house. It knows I'm not done yet. 85 steps. It is almost midnight. I've been forgetting to donate money here again. Not really that it's a donation, but special key, basement key. Okay, so we're on the other side. We can't even get to the boat? Something tells me they don't want you taking that boat. Abandoned mine. Okay, so this is not the red envelope room. Is this a secret? Angel Point Streams? Okay. Upgrade disc? Don't mind if I do. What is this? I'm gonna screenshot this, but I don't know what I'm even looking at. Okay, so at least we're getting a shortcut here. Oh wait, this is a dead end though, right? Oh no, you can sneak past it, right? No, you can't. Simon! Just squeeze on through, bud. That's frustrating. Let me look at this map again. Man, we got some stuff today. This is leading to... Okay, so this is a door that we probably have to go find the tomb somehow before we can access this. Huh. I think I understand what we need to do here. I just want to see what's over here. Is this leading to the gear room? Yeah, and we can't do anything here. Okay. Oh man. We're getting some stuff done. I don't care what you say, I'm getting stuff done. Okay, so we're gonna bring this back. And as far as I can tell, this whole pathway over here is now a dead end. Like there's no, like we could theoretically, there's some stuff in that room, the catacombs over there. Gel Points Dreams. we're missing a piece of a note somewhere. Which makes me think it's in the catacombs. We can't go back this way. Man, am I really gonna go all the way back to the pump room? Thank you, running shoes. Okay, think this through a little bit more. I mean, we gotta go back to the foundation anyway, so that's what we're doing. Just thinking if there's anything else we might have missed or have done, and no. We are pulling on the final threads of this day. Sorry, I don't know the route of this map. This was a crazy foundation. Excuse me. I'm gonna drain the reservoir as much as I can before we go down there. Because we can, even though it's quite literally like the farthest room in the house. Okay, so first things first. I'm the greatest. Then I need to reverse this, I think. Okay. So bottom of fountain solved, aquarium drain solved, kitchen, I don't know, greenhouse, I don't know, pool solved. I think. Yeah, I think unfortunately, no matter what, I'm gonna have 2 left over. Inside the reservoir. Because I can't activate this, which would make things a lot easier. I mean, I'm assuming that's how that works. And then we need to lift this up again. Drain the reservoir. No, 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 no! Forgot to press the button. One sec, I gotta adjust my mic. Man, I've been playing this for a while. Turns out 2 hours. God damn it. And I'm extending the length of it even more by not knowing how this dang thing works. I think we're fine. I just need to press this button, switch the current, and then that'll drain it even more, and then that's as much as we can drain it. And then we go back to the foundation. Man, I would love to figure out how this dang thing works. Simon, put your back into it. All you have to do is punch it. Simon doesn't know what he's doing in this room, that's for sure. I hardly know what I'm doing. All right. Back to foundation. Into the basement. We're going to investigate that little secret passageway again, with this small little hint of Gel points dreams, which I'm assuming Angel points to something dreams. But I wouldn't be surprised if we need the other note before we can identify. So is this the angel? Or is there another angel statue around here? I knew there was a couple statues. There's that guy. Is that an angel? Right, this is the bookshelf that moved. This clock is broken. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything we can do in here. As much as I really want to. Unless we can get into the tomb somehow, or the catacombs, but I don't think we will. She's like pointing at the grandfather clock. I don't know. She's not really pointing. She's just kind of motioning toward it. What is down here? I did see all these stairs. Holy loot, Batman. Okay, so if you can fully drain the reservoir, there's definitely... It's definitely worth the time. I don't know what's back there. There might be even be something back there. There's also like a tunnel there. Is there like an appropriate area you want to drain it to, and then you can take that boat? I wonder. Man, I kind of hate water puzzles. Puzzles like this. Water level. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm wondering if there is an appropriate level of drainage so we can use this boat. Because when I got to the other side, we couldn't use the boat because the water was too high, I think. Okay, so now we can at least accomplish a little more here. Because this is the start of the pattern that we were trying to accomplish earlier. By which I mean we can go over here, we can raise the platform, and then now we can actually theoretically do more and figure out how this works. So this is another rotator, I'm assuming, and it is. I feel like we're just gonna follow the pattern until it stops making sense. I was gonna say it had to stop making sense, but apparently there's a secret room back here. Scripson Rudford Mining Company, Excavation Department. Foreman's Log 608, date 1918. After almost 3 years in the tunnels, SNR has informed me that we'll be closing up site in June. It has been somewhat bittersweet experience working on historically significant excavation over the past 30 odd months, yet being unable to share any of that work with the world, maybe one day. Still, there is a significant amount of work that has yet to be done. It is vitally important that we conclude our efforts in the main cavern and reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels next month. It may be generations before they are reopened. We're gonna copy that. Okay, nothing too important in there, just revelation that these mines are decades older than the rest of the house. Okay, so we got another shortcut. So now we can play with things even more with this contraption. So I think that means we go back here, we hit this once, and then we hit it twice more, and then we might be home free? I'm still a little upset at the idea that there's more to do at that reservoir, Because I don't really want... I mean, the pump room's not too far, I guess, from the foundation. We have... Are we... Wait a minute. Are we going to open the antechamber today? Because that's what it's seeming like. There's probably like 3 more puzzles before I'm allowed to even have fun. I've seen a red box like this before. I'm so glad we have 60 steps. I kind of want to take a break, but we're not taking a break, okay? We're in this. We're you and me. We're 100 years, Rick and Morty. I don't know why that came out of my mouth right there, but... So, there's a red box that I recognize, and I didn't know what it did. We powered it on. It's in the boiler room. Should we go power it on yet again? I don't see why not. I did not expect this to open. I thought this would be locked. Unquestionably, I am very surprised that they had a gate here. It's a long tunnel. I don't know what this... I feel like I'm getting further than they intended me to get right now. I'm gonna copy pasta some of this. So we see Ovin Nevere. Is that someone's name? Is this like jumbled letters and I have to decipher them? Why are there 8 doors? I am very concerned about that fact. I'm going to hit this switch. Holy crap. Ladies and gentle folks. We see the door to room 46. Okay, so we know there are 8 red envelopes. We were told that 7 of them are attainable. We don't know about the last one. We know there are other countries in this game. They have symbols. We know this from going to school. I believe these are symbols of the other countries. Are there 8 other countries? I guess we're gonna go have a look-see, go back to my schoolwork days real quick. Just quickly scroll up through too many things. Fen Aries is the country we're in. I am seeing 7 shapes on one of the maps here, with this one in the center. This one's here. This one's there. The diamond is there. The hourglass, the mountains, but there is no pentagram or pentagram, 5-sided shape. This object is there. This is in the top left corner of the map in one of the schools in the Etsphere 3rd era. So maybe whatever this 5th country is, or this 5-pointed country, wasn't formed then. Okay. But I'm looking at the geography worksheet. There's only 7 countries, and they are Mountaintop, Hourglass, Pentagram, Rainbow, Diamond, this puzzle piece, we're gonna call it, I guess, and then V-shape. So the last one would be this one. This one's not on the world map. Sorry, I'm just continually looking through these dang notes again. I know I'm probably wasting a lot of thought power on something that doesn't need to be thought about right now, but I'm intrigued, to say the least. Okay. We hit the switch. These doors don't work. I think we go back. I think we're gonna, I guess in time, we'll have to figure out what that does. Those doors. Maybe that involves the sigils. I have heard the word sigils a few times, and we saw the word in the trophy room. I don't know how many sigils there were. I think it was only like 5, right? So maybe not. Okay, so at least we have a new idea of something to do. We have 2 new ideas, I guess. Is this just gonna be set? It is just gonna be set up. That's nice of them. And because, oh, I was gonna say, because this is here, then maybe we don't even need to have this moved, but we do. So we probably want like 2 less of a full reservoir. I don't think this is gonna work because we can't even get to the other side. How do we get to the other side? We'd have to drain the water entirely to get to the other side again, or go through the catacombs, which we don't know how to do. So even if we mess with the pump control, I don't think we're gonna be able to do anything with it. This guy is pointing. I don't know if I'd call him an angel, though. Why are there even drawings down here? That's crazy. Okay, what are the goals again? We need to go to pump room and boiler room. Again, I appreciate that they have given us some thoughtful music to work with. Wish my routing was a little bit better, but it's not the end of the world. I still can't believe the furnace just gave us a damn key after all of that. That's a red box. That looks like the exact same red box. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously much bigger. I don't know if that's actually the case. It's on. Because I remember this specifically because I had no idea what this did. Everything else in the room made some sense except for this red box. So now we can't go back that way, but that's fine. We're gonna mess around with the pump room really briefly. We're not spending our money. Get us some more. So we're going to... The problem is you can only drain so much. So I think with the kitchen, actually, we may be able to make something happen. What number is kitchen's for? It does go to tank 2, which I think we're not using. We're not using. Okay, so wait. Let's drain tank 2. Because I think we want it to be at the same level as fountain, perhaps. Is there a way we can do this? Because I'm thinking, like, if we drain kitchen... Let's try it like this, just because we can. And then I'll figure out the mental math later. We have 75 steps. We can come back here again and again and again if we have to. Oh my god. You can refill the can even though you don't have water in the kitchen. What the hell is even the point of water in the kitchen? Also, did I call it a pan? I'm losing my mind slightly. Okay. What are we doing? I lowered the reservoir water. We turned on the thing in the red room, or in the boiler room. Let's go back. And by lowered the reservoir water, I mean raised it to a slightly lower level than it was before. You know, when I booted up this game, I wasn't sure how long this episode is. I have this thing now where it's like, this could be such a long episode, and I don't know one way or the other anymore. I mean, obviously this one is, but I mean, just like before I start the episode, I don't know if it's going to be a botched run, or if I'm discovering something amazing. Just want to confirm I'm not like clicking on him. Again, the music is picking up again. I don't know if it's because we're actually accomplishing things. This is the right water level. So if we can somehow drain the fountain, then get over there, we can have the boat. Again, we are doing stuff. Like, I know you don't need me to say that, but I just, like, I need to reinforce it because it does feel like I'm doing a little bit of going back and forth for no reason. I'm feeling good about it. Again, this music is helping for sure. Okay, moment of truth. It's on. Oh my god, I didn't actually think that would work. Oh my god. We've seen this cavern. When you look outside, you can see this cavern. These archways. I think the music kicked in a little bit more because they knew that I turned on the red thing. Okay, now we're above. Oh my god. Okay, so we need to rotate. Oh my god, why are we doing this? How do we do this? I really wish it wasn't such a long walkway, but I guess it's to give you a little bit of emphasis. It does feel like you're a bit faster down here. Okay, so actually we can just rotate it right here. And then that'll be a path. Okay, let's just go back up. It's funny because, like, again, I'm bringing up the video length into this because when I first started playing this game, I'm like, oh yeah, 45 minutes to an hour. That'll be a nice day. And then here we are. Here we are, folks. Another allowance. They need to be black. Is there a way to reset? I don't know what I'm doing. I just realized these symbols are... Okay, I don't think they go down. I don't understand the rules of this one. Yellows want to go up. I don't know how I got that in the corner. I'm pressing a little too hard here. Once the yellows are at the top, it doesn't seem like there's much you can do about it. Okay, I somehow managed to do that. Yeah, okay. The blacks will only go down if you have a yellow like that. But blacks don't seem to want to go side to side either. Oh no. Oh my god. Why was that so difficult? 21 allowance. What are we looking at? Entry level, full drain, dock level. Foreman's log 228. This was taken a year and a bit before the last one we saw. After 10 days of pumping water from the underground spring, the reservoir has finally been filled. It's a shame that the old station had to be flooded as a consequence of this action, but I suspect that the actual reason they chose to build the reservoir here, and as engineer, I agree that the flooding is preferable to collapsing the entire tunnel. Oh, that may have been the actual reason. On the bright side, now that our water supply is no longer limited, we can start to leverage steam to a much greater extent. I suspect by this time in the month, this next month, the steam power hoist at the main site will be able to run 24 hours a day. At the main site. I can't tell what this is trying to imply. So I wonder if this symbol is the symbol of the kingdom that was lost. Entry level. Dock level. Oh, you know what? This is I understand exactly what this is. This is telling us what the water levels inside the pump room. So if we want a full drain, obviously we need 0. 6 is what we're looking for to get entry. The hell is that then? Oh, you know what? We can keep rotating. And we'll see what the other one is. I was ecstatic with how this run was going like an hour ago. If you would asked me if we'd still be playing in an hour, I don't know if I would have been able to declare one way or another on that regard. There wasn't very many like harrowing moments, I don't think, in this run because of Courtyard. It was just like a lot of min-maxing as much as I could. And I'm excited for the next Courtyard run already. Oh, what the hell? Why are there numbers? Help! I was wondering if perhaps there was like an easy word, but that would be too easy, of course. Do we have a 4-letter? That's a red envelope there. Do we have? And there's also a blueprint. A 4-letter word anywhere. Sorry, this is not going to be the most entertaining section again. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to find any sort of one 4-letter word that just makes sense. Considering nothing is immediately coming to mind. I want to see these last letters. Why is there an 8? We do have an N. Because I'm wondering, maybe it's like the name of a country. Below the foundation is scratched off in this, where's room 46? Okay, I know I'm not solving this right now. Okay, like I get it. But I really want to try. I don't think there's anything here. Anything doing. That's okay. We can come back here. This is not that hard to come back to. Now that everything we have is set up. And we don't need to go back to the other section either. Also, I recognize we could just go to room 46 right now. I know. I'm aware. Okay? Just wondering if there's like any other of these passages we might have missed, but I think we pretty much got them all. Okay. You know what time it is. It's time for us to go back once more. See what we can accomplish with this reservoir. One last time. Two and a half hours in. Oh my god. I'm not editing this down. Okay, we go to the pump room. With 66 steps left. I do feel a little slower now. We want this to be at 6. Trying to think of how I want to do this. I guess like this. That'll do a full drain of 4 units. How much is 6? 6 is right next to the aquarium. Oh, this is actually perfect. Except I drained it in the wrong one. Shit. The problem is, we still have to get to the other side. And that involves draining the fountain. So I don't know if we can do that. If only this kitchen had a ventilation system. Know what I mean? And hey, I'm gonna say this, most kitchens in fact do. So I'm just gonna say that that's not my fault. And also, when I picked the kitchen, its name was green. So like I figured something was gonna happen, but nothing did. I think I want something like this. So, we got the water level to where we want it to be. I think this means we leave it there. We're gonna make one more check back at the foundation, ensure that it's at the right water level, which I believe it will be. I see no reason why it wouldn't be, but we have the steps to be able to make this check, so we will. I see you, door 46. I see you. Oh my god, I can't believe we're doing it. We might be doing it. I don't know if we're gonna be doing it, but we might be doing it, okay? I'm excited. No shortcuts or anything to the basement here. But it does seem like there's a tomb or a cellar, some sort of room we're missing that might mean we can enter through the catacombs with that one map we saw. Oh yeah, we just want to look down here. Okay, so this is the perfect height. Oh, but we can't actually... Okay, I see the issue that we presented ourselves. Oh, man, I really don't want to do this, but I think we're gonna spend another like half hour in this damn game. And you might be saying, why, Merc? What are you thinking of now? Sorry. I will say, this is such a run that I think when I'm done with this, I'm done for the day. There's no way I can come back to this later. So we are gonna make this run happen, folks. I wish the pump room wasn't all the way over here, but I guess we didn't get the pool until right here anyway, so... Okay. Thank you, Running Shoes. You've been, like, low-key real clutch. Okay. This is the plan. We're going to drain the fountain. It wasn't that easy. We're going to enter. What was the note of the window? Dock level is 13. Which means we need to do the kitchen thing again? Oh my god, this is gonna take way longer than I want it to. I think we have to do the kitchen thing again. To have the appropriate amount drained. I still don't think this is gonna work now that I'm thinking about it. Because that tank's full. I did it again! I hate when I do that. I gotta unplug the switch. It's okay. Unpress the switch. This damn pump room. Gotta say, pump room, boiler room might be my least favorite rooms right now. I'm gonna be upset. We're gonna be one away, aren't we? Yeah. How do we do this? Okay, well... Once again, there's a few ways of entering the basement, it seems. One's through the fountain, when you totally drain it. We can't do that right now. One is apparently through the catacombs, which I don't know what that means. I think what we do is we leave the reservoir at this 13th dock level, and I just want to confirm 5, 10, 13. And then we're going to hope in future we will get to the other side one day. Or we will get the boiler room connected to this room, and theoretically that means we can use this tank finally, which would be huge. It would be so huge to finally use that tank. It would help so much. So we're done here. And by we're done here, I mean we need to go use this upgrade disc. Good thing I looked. We're gonna go use the upgrade disc, and then we're going to room 46, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentle thems. I am hyped. I did not expect this to happen. When we hit that greenhouse lever, I was like, okay, there might be some interesting things happening in this run. When we hit the other levers, we got to the basement. Oh my god. Enough said. Nothing said, and that's how enough has been said. Alright, what do we got here? New cellar? Spare room. Okay, I'm down with that. I don't like spare room. Spare bedroom, spare green room, or spare hall. Okay. Unique. So green probably has dig spots. Hall might have a key. Why would you ever take hall here? I guess because there's hallway synergy. This would give us a gem if we got the patio or whatever. I think this is just makes the most sense as the good one, because highest item spawn chance in bedrooms, and it gives you feet early. It's one of these two for sure. I kind of like the green room. How much green synergy do we have though? Not like a huge amount. I think spare bedroom just makes the most sense, even though you would not want a bedroom with 2 doors. It is time, folks. This aquarium ended up saving this run somehow, or rather making this run something insane, because we discovered the back to the foundation, therefore the basement, therefore the final lever, and to continue up we must go down. It is time, folks. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to mouse off my screen. Mouse, room 46, mouse 46. I don't know what I'm saying. House 46. I'll shut up. Again, when I played day 12, I didn't expect us to win day 13.
Who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies, and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said.
No one wants red rooms. Red rooms are bad.
He could not stand the sight
Of a canary
or
or crow.
He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves.
Wait, is this more? I don't think this was in the first book.
And he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies.
This is definitely new.
He couldn't see beyond the red shade he was aware. He never caught a glimpse
This is a political commentary now.
of the world I had to share.
In-game political commentary, for sure. I mean, that might extend to a metaphor.
One day the prince saw something new. And if you look closely, you might see it too. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color.
'Twas blue.
The color blue.
I want to see the room. I mean, I guess they kind of showed it. Wow. Folks, I really did not expect to beat this game today. I thought I'd be playing for weeks. Especially after hearing some of what my friends have been saying. I don't even know if I want to spoil for them that I beat this game. I almost want to leave this a secret and just wait a week. It'll be a long wait for me, that's for sure. I guess it's a week and a half. Man, I don't know if I can hold on that long. I'm stoked. I can't wait to play more. I somehow beat this damn game in 13 days. I didn't even pass grade 4. You know? Who needs to know anything about the other countries in this world? Marion Marigold. Wow, this game is incredible. I don't know what we're gonna do for this Let's Play. I feel like we gotta play more, right? But I don't even know. David Martinez. It's a name I recognize from Raw Fury. I'm like flabbergasted. I need to talk to someone about this. I can't. Daniel Mullins, nice. This game is incredible. It is one of a kind. I can't believe Cinca. That's the name of the company in the game. I can't believe this is their first game. And they, like, knocked it out of the park. Christopher Manson, who opened many doors for me. That's very sweet. Very, very sweet. Wow. Dogubon had a 46 in the logo. There's still so much. Mount Holly, your new home. 12 dead-end rooms. I wonder if I would have gotten like a unique title because of all the dead-end rooms. If like it would have been like the graveyard or something. It would have been like the green graveyard, but because I beat the game, it's called Your New Home, I think. I did do a lot of digging. A lot of digging and a lot of dead ends. Man, this game's great. I had a great time. I want to play more. I will play more for sure. But maybe it is time for me to slow down on thinking of the blueprints so much. I can't believe I didn't need to go through my notes so much. I took so many screenshots, and how many of them are relevant? Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. There's unquestionably gonna be more. I don't know how much more. I don't know how much patience I'm gonna have for this game. You already saw how I felt regarding the boiler room and the pump room. But there's more hidden in this game. There are blueprints I've not seen before. We've only just seen the solarium today. The attic, the lady ship's chamber, the trophy room. Those are all new rooms for us. So there's more. And I'm excited to play more. I hope you had a good time watching this extravaganza, let's call it. I had a great time playing. I am excited. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it once more. I'm excited. All right. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, click that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, folks.